Hello, Nick. Thanks for doing the contest regarding 80s stuff. For 80s comedy, I think one of the underrated gems is Teen Wolf. Here you got a mixed match of many genres. You got the 80s teen comedy. You've got some sports. You got the werewolf bit of it. I guess science fiction or horror. I don't know. Although there's not horror in it really, but... And I think it's actually, to me, I think it's actually well done. Actually well directed. Good use of slow motion. Yes, some could say cheesy. I wouldn't debate that. But there is nice use of sound design, some nice camera shots, and editing. I mean, then of course, Michael J. Fox made this simultaneously while making Back to the Future. And I didn't see this in the theater, but I did see it on cable over the years and really grew to like it. Now that thing you see beside it, Teen Wolf 2, and while I like Jason Bateman now, especially what he did on Arrested Development, Teen Wolf 2 is pretty much one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Not even fun to watch from a so bad is good standpoint, just really bad. And more about Teen Wolf, I think the dad in Teen Wolf might be one of my favorite dads. He's so corny. The way he plays basketball is pretty funny. But anyway, for sci-fi, I just saw Brazil the other day, so that'll probably be a high. A lot of people will probably pick Brazil. And ones you mentioned, like The Last Starfighter and Explorers, which I think should be more well known. But I'm going to go in a direction maybe you wouldn't think. I'm going to say, I don't own the movie, but it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I did see this in the theater, and I see it on TV, seems pretty frequently, and I find myself watching it, and I think it's pretty well made. I think it holds up. I think it's fun. It's a good family film. Of course, it's got the cool beginning with the Roger Rabbit cartoon, and I haven't seen Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, the sequel, since the theater, and I've been wanting to kind of see that, but all I see are like full screen, bare bones releases, so I'm not really wanting to get it. But and from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I go into comedic actor. Now, I'll agree with Bill Murray, Candy, Chevy Chase, and I love all those guys too. But I want to give some shout out to Rick Moranis. This guy's hilarious. He's in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, all those films, and of course he's great in his smaller part in Ghostbusters. And I'm really hoping he will come out of retirement to do 3, which hopefully will be good. I'm kind of scared about that though. But it is kind of sad. I think his wife passed away in '91, which would have been like in some of the biggest part of his success post Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and other films. And after that, he kind of stepped away from Hollywood a few years after that and raised his kids, and hasn't done too much other than voice acting. But I really hope he does decide to show up for Ghostbusters 3. And I'll also give a shout out to Randy Quaid. I'm trying to get the guys that are lower, not really, they don't usually star in films, but him as Uncle Eddie in the National Lampoon films crack me up every time. And it's sad to hear about this financial trouble he's going through. But anyway, and for 80's item, I hadn't even thought about these. When I was looking in my closet, though, I found very dusty this Pac-Man machine. This Pac-Man machine, like a faux arcade, mini arcade thing, runs by batteries. And I'm hoping it still works, because I realized I left batteries in there. Hopefully they didn't, the acid didn't cause it to go bad, but I'll have to try it pretty soon. And this isn't some I bought recently on eBay or anything. These are things I had as a kid. I guess I thought they were cool enough to not get rid of. Then to the right, you got the Knight Rider remote control car. It also had some batteries in it, so hopefully it's not ruined, but that's a pretty cool thing right there. I'll have to try these out, see if they even still work. But anyway, thanks for doing the contest. I could talk about a lot more 80s stuff, but you get too much longer. It takes forever to upload these videos. But hopefully I picked some stuff maybe nobody else did, and people will think to go back to those films or think about those actors again. And that's about it. Thanks for doing the contest. Best of luck to everyone.